A Fox News alert, lawmakers now weighing in on two key races last night. Voters in Virginia and New Jersey choosing Democratic governors in Ralph Northam and Phil Murphy. President Trump tweeting about Northam's opponent, saying last night, quote, "Ed Gillespie worked hard but did not embrace me or what I stand for." Don't forget, Republicans won 4 out of 4 House seats, and with the economy doing record numbers, we will continue to win even bigger than before. Let's talk about it with Ari Fleischer, former press secretary to President George W. Bush, also a Fox News contributor. So, Ari, your Republican Party took a pretty good thumping last night. How worried are you?
Well, I'm worried. Look, it's been a very good 8 years for Republicans across the gubernatorial level, state legislative level, congressional and Senate level. Great 8 years and a very bad last night. I think you have to be a little bit guarded about how much you interpret last night in 2 states, basically, where you had races, several local races throughout the country, into what it can mean nationally. But no question, Democrats came out in huge numbers yesterday in the races that did count. And if they have that kind of enthusiasm going into 2018, it's going to be very tough sailing for Republicans.
Michael Steele, the former chairman of the GOP, said that Republicans have to get more accomplished, have to put more on the table so that they can point to their accomplishments and not get bogged down in people's thoughts about the president's Twitter account. Do you agree?
Exactly. Listen, if you're a congressional Republican and you're worried about what happened last night for your re-election, the number one thing you need to do is pass laws. Do your job. Because if they don't do anything, they will be defined by Donald Trump's tweets and Donald Trump's personality and Donald Trump's tenure, not their own. So if you want to take matters into your own hand and control your own fortune, your own future as a member of Congress, then do your job, pass tax reform, get that done, try to come back to repeal Obamacare. I would love to still see comprehensive immigration reform done. Those are the things that people expect Congress to do, and if they do that, Congress's approval numbers will go up, individual congressmen's numbers will go up. That's called governing, and that's what they need to do.
What do you think about President Trump suggesting that Ed Gillespie did not endorse him enough or didn't follow the Trump plan?
Look, I think both parties are going to go through a very unsettled period for the next at least one election, probably 2. I think some Republicans are going to run full core Donald Trump style races. Others are going to do what Ed did and try to thread the needle. And I think you'll see a third group that's going to totally reject Donald Trump and try to run as Republicans who are not for Donald Trump. On the Democrat side, you're going to see a similar fissure. It's going to be really the left-wing Democrats, the Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren wing, against a more moderate wing of the Democratic Party. Both parties are under tremendous strains, and there is no one way to define either party right now.
So much is being focused on this Virginia race, but it did not turn out to be as close as the polls suggested that it would be. Over the weekend, the Real Clear Politics average was about 2 points. It was almost 10 between the Republican and the Democratic candidate. What does that say to you?
Well, this should be a massive blinking red light for Republicans. And every time I hear a Republican say, but the polls got Donald Trump numbers wrong last time, so probably he's doing stronger than you think. Maybe he's doing a lot weaker than the polls show this time, as we saw in the Republican race. So Republicans need to wake up from last night's results and take a look and say, if we have a very unpopular president at the top, which by all historical measurements Republicans do, what can be done about it? And that means do their jobs, pass laws. For the president, I think the lesson for him is he needs to increase his popularity. He should not just dismiss the polls as saying the polls were wrong before. It's a real warning sign. If the president is popular, his party will be more popular, and he'll have a much more leverage to pass laws, get Congress to do what he wants.
Well,
those are the things that Republicans need to focus on after last night.
Republicans are rolling out that big tax reform bill on Capitol Hill. We'll see where that goes from here and whether there are any lessons from the elections in it. Ari Fleischer, Ari, good to have you on. Thank you.